Hi, it's Carla from Illy Insurance Agency, and this month is Property Insurance Month. So as some of you all know, when it comes to property insurance, we offer homeowners insurance, renters insurance, builder's risk, vacant properties, secondary homes, Airbnb, short-term rentals, long-term rentals. We pretty much do it all when it comes to property insurance. So this month we just wanted to take the time out to discuss with you some of the coverages that factor into the overall premium for your property insurance, and just some things that you should maybe be aware of. All right, and also look out for our monthly newsletter, which will be coming out any day now. If you're interested in signing up, please go onto our website, in which you can sign up to be added on our monthly newsletter. All right, so like I said, when it comes to property insurance, there are three coverages that you can get to cover your actual property. All right. So the first product form is called a fire policy, which is also known as a HO1. The second coverage form is known as a broad policy form, also known as a HO3. And then you have a special form policy, which is known as a HO5. All right, special. So when it comes to a fire policy, it pretty much just covers fire only, and anything that can cause a fire. All right, so it's pretty much giving you the bare minimum of coverage. You can still get replacement costs on your home, which is very important. It does, because when it comes to replacement costs, if your home was to burn down to the ground, all right, it would rebuild it, so it looks same or similar as it does now. So that's why some people just opt to have fire coverage only, because they're rest assured that if something happens, which, I mean, their home was to burn down to the ground, or if they have any kind of fire, partial fire, so forth, they would be covered. And frankly, that's pretty much some people just care about, being covered when it comes to the big claims. All right, and keep in mind, we do service the state of Pennsylvania as well as New Jersey. But when it comes to Philadelphia, we are 13th in the country to have the highest house fires. All right, and in the wintertime, it's very common to see apartment fires, house fires. You know, you never know what the person next door to you is doing. All right, you never know ways in which they're heating their home. All right, so you never know who can be putting your home at risk. So it's good to have some kind of insurance on your home. All right, and then we have a HO3, which is known as a broad policy, which covers everything that a fire policy covers, but more. For example, water coverage. All right, so it covers water, which is very important, because when it comes to water coverage, it is the second most frequently filed claim, but it's the number one most costliest claim. All right, it could be very expensive because it could lead to other damage in the future. For example, it can cause mold and fungi, so forth. All right, and a lot of homeowner policies, property insurance policies, they don't cover mold. Even some of your big insurance companies that you see on the radio, or you hear on the radio, or you see their advertisement on the television, they don't cover mold, you know, which can be very costly. I mean, just say, for example, if you had a water claim and it took some time for you to know about it, and it caused mold, you know, severe mold, to where you and your family can't reside in that house temporarily because it can deteriorate your health. All right, so we do have policies that cover mold, because we understand the importance of having coverage when it comes to things that are frequent to happen. And mold is a frequent claim. You know, like I said, I mean, if water is the number, if water is the number 2 most frequent claim, then you know what precedes that, mold. All right, so those are some things to keep in mind when selecting your property insurance. However, when it comes to homeowners insurance, pretty much standard is a HO3 policy. So you're pretty much covered for any, most frequently filed claims. And then you have something called endorsements, where you can always get added on to the policy so you can have more coverage, okay? And then you have a special form policy, which pretty much covers everything in reason. Some companies do sell these policies, and it's great to have. When you, like I said, when you just want to put all the risk onto the insurance company. However, it is great to self-insure yourself to a certain extent. That's why we have deductibles and so forth. But just keep those things in mind, because when you are shopping around for property insurance, those are some things that come into play when factoring the overall premium. All right. So also some things that you should know when it comes to property insurance is replacement costs and actual cash value. Now, you can get replacement cost coverage on your home. So if it burns down to the ground, they will replace it so it looks same or similar as it does now. Or you can get something called ACV, which is an acronym for actual cash value, which takes into account depreciation. So say if you haven't made any recent repairs on your home or your utilities, the insurance company is going to take that into play. It's going to factor that when it comes to paying you for a claim. All right. So if you all have any questions, you can feel free to go on our website, which has a little bit more information when it comes to property insurance policies that we offer. Or you can give us a call at 215-439-4585. All right. So we didn't cover everything. Like I said, please reach out to us or email us at service@eliteinsurance.com. We would love to hear from you. All right. So something else to keep in mind. Now, a lot of times I hear people say, all right, why is my home being covered for, say, $200,000 more than what I paid for it? All right. Now, when it comes to insuring your home, whether it's replacement costs or actual cash value, that's going to cover 100% of the replacement cost of your home. So keep in mind, if it costs $400,000 to replace your home, then you want to be covered at $400,000, no less than 80%. Because when you are covered at less than 80%, then you're going to get less than 100% of the payment for a claim. All right. So say, for example, and I don't want to get too technical nor mathematical, because I'm not that great with math and I don't have a calculator close by, but just to give you an example. All right. So say, for example, if your home, if it costs $400,000 to rebuild your home, you want your home covered at $400,000. All right. Now, say if you had a claim and your deductible was $1,000, it costs $10,000 to repair the damages. The insurance company is going to pay $9,000, because that's $10,000 minus your $1,000 deductible. All right. So you self-insure yourself up to $1,000, which is an average amount deductible. All right. So if it costs $400,000 to rebuild your home and you insure for 80% of that, then we're still going to pay 100% of the claim. Now, it minus your deductible. Now, it becomes a little bit more sketchy when you start insuring your home for less than 80%. We are not going to pay you 100% of the claim. Why? Why should we? When someone else insured their home for the proper amount, they're going to get the proper amount in the event of a claim. So why should you get the proper amount in the event of the claim when you're not paying the proper amount of insurance that you're supposed to pay to make sure that you are 100% covered, or at least 80% covered? All right, so those are some things to keep in mind as well. Try not to go less than 80% of the replacement of the home. All right, because if you do have a claim, and say there's a water claim, so forth, and it costs $20,000 to rebuild, to repair, you don't want to get a check for, say, $5,000, $10,000. All right, because that's a lot of money that you would still have to shell out. Now, why do we have insurance? We have insurance to indemnify us, to put us back in the financial condition that we were in prior to the claim. All right, what are we paying this money for? We don't want to have to pay for insurance and then have to pay for additional costs to rebuild, to repair the damages. And some people don't mind that. So that's why some people self-insure themselves for a lot more, because they are willing to take, you know, help take in part when it comes to repairing their home due to any damages that they sustain. All right. So if you are not one of those that want to self-insure yourself more than, say, you know, 5%, you know, you want to cover your home for 80% or more. So hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Just trying to educate you all and let you know what's going on out there in the insurance world. But like I said, give us a call if you have any questions. Thank you for watching this video. Again, my name is Carla, and thank you for liking and subscribing to our prior videos. Please like and subscribe to this video, comment if you have any questions, or just give us a call. All right, thanks again. Bye bye.